What's going on, Bulls Nation?
Yeah.
Welcome in to CHGO Bulls Postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here in the West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. Joined by my guy, Big Dave.
Ow! Bam! Bam!
BAWL Sports.
Let's go!
We are CHGO_Bulls. Our pal producer, Joey Spathis on the controls.
Bulls win! One more time, Joe. Bulls win! Do it for Texas, Joe. Bulls win! Now do it for Matt. Bulls win! Let's go, baby! 2 of them things! Salesman Jim, what's happening?
That's 2.
2 what?
Wins.
Yes, it is! Joey, give it to me 2 more times for 2 wins, Joe. Bulls win! Again! Bulls win! Let's go, man! What we doing out here? We winning!
Bulls
I'm so excited.
Beat Zion and the Pelicans 124-118 to get their second consecutive win for the first time this season.
Ow!
To improve to 7-14.
Let's go!
Yeah!
You gotta start somewhere, baby. You gotta start somewhere, and this is where we starting with 2 wins back to back.
I mean, lots to talk about tonight.
Little bit.
Thank y'all for joining us in the comments, hanging out with us on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up button. We'll get to as many of y'all's thoughts on tonight's game as we can. We'll hear from Will Gottlieb later on in post game.
Yeah.
Throw us some super chats if you feel so inclined.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll talk about Coby. We'll talk about Spurs DeMar coming back from the dead.
Ooh.
Double-digit assists.
Well done, Matthew
And
Peck.
then cooking in the fourth when they needed
Well
him to.
done. I got a feeling I know where you're going, though.
But let me just say this first.
Uh-oh.
As a Bulls fan who for weeks now has been fed up, emotionally checked out, didn't witness the fun, crazy chaos of Thursday.
You did not.
Not in person, at least.
Shout
I
out
watched
to Red
the game
Fred.
later Thursday night. I am still rooting for this team to blow everything up because it's unacceptable, and we're 7-14.
2-0, actually.
However, I had fun watching a Bulls game for the first time in as long as I can remember tonight.
Oh!
Second straight game that is not only a win, but second straight game with 30-plus team assists. Ball was moving.
Wow.
Players were moving off the ball.
Get out of there.
Players were making cuts, taking open shots.
Sexy.
It is a lot more fun to watch.
Oh, it's more fun when you win. I don't know if you knew that, but Joey, in addition to free stuff being awesome, winning is also awesome. Winning is good, Joe. It's a thing. It is sexy and it is attractive. Joey, can you go back to what Adam said earlier about Coby White when I was talking to about that? No, you just passed it. Right there, Joseph. Put that up right there. Because that's what I've been saying. This is what I'm telling y'all. When he got out to the slow start, I continually said, he's not the one I'm worried about. Zach is the one I'm worried about because Zach don't get off the slow starts. And when he gets off, not even slow, putrid starts. I'm not used to Zach getting off to those kind of starts. But Coby, I continue to tell y'all, this is what he does. When he gets to late November, early December, he starts putting that stuff together. He starts making the holiday treats and handing them out to everybody. What did he do tonight, Matt? Tell me, Matthew Peck, what did Coby White do tonight?
31 points.
Sexy.
10 of 17 from the field.
Attractive.
8 of 13 from downtown.
Handsome.
9 boards.
Sexy.
6 dimes.
Oh,
With
give
face.
that man everything. Say it again, Joe.
Bow. With face.
Coby White was on one, Matt. And that's what got this young man over here excited more than anything was watching Coby White do his thing. It was a bunch of people, we'll get into him for sure, but what got him off his chair and actually cheering the actual Bulls, something I haven't seen all season, was what Coby White did. Because it wasn't just that he did it, it was how he did it, Matthew. You did not see a lack of IQ in Coby White tonight. What you saw was a raise of it. The intelligence that he out there and played with, the step backs, Matt.
He tried to force one pass in the fourth quarter when their lead was dwindling.
When he went to the middle and
you
tried
and
to
I
kick it
both
over.
called out. We're like, oh, Coby, you forced that.
Correct.
But it was the one play all night that instead of cheering Coby for his brilliance, we were like, ooh, that was a bad play.
That was the only one. And notice he said the fourth quarter. Like, it took him that long to get into the game and do that, which means he left out that third quarter when he dropped like 16 points in that third quarter. Yeah, 7, excuse me. It was insane and amazing what he did. But in that fourth quarter, Matt, my favorite play was when they get that rebound back and Coby goes up and he just floats that alley-oop to Patrick Williams, because in my brain I saw it happening, right? And I'm like, do this. But I'm so conditioned by what I've seen all season that I'm like, they ain't gonna do this. Like, there's no way this is what should happen, but they're gonna, oh my God, they did it. Oh my God, they did it, and it worked. Coby White was on one. He was pulling from every single place on the floor, and it was cash, Matt.
And I must say, not that he had some wonderful game tonight, but credit where it's due, and it leads me to a more interesting point. What started that Coby to Patrick Williams alley-oop play? It was Vooch diving out of bounds to keep a loose ball in play and tap it to his teammate Coby White.
It's true. It did.
We've been talking about how not only Zach LaVine, but Vooch looks checked the F out this season.
It's a good shirt.
I watched Vooch dive out of bounds to keep a ball in play and keep a possession alive.
Yeah.
This team has played differently for the past couple games. Everyone has played differently for the past couple games.
What's the difference, Matt? What is the difference, Matthew Pack? Oh, we ain't saying. He's just saying. He ain't saying.
If you can get a big bag of jalapeno cheddar Cheetos,
talk slow,
in a trade, I'll take it.
Damn, that's not where I thought he was going. Oh, wow.
Again, coming from someone who has defended the Zach LaVine max contract when it was signed,
it was the right to be defended.
There were a million reasons to do it.
Yes,
and no good reason to let him walk for nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this is all Zach LaVine's fault, but I said to you in our episode on Wednesday when we were discussing whether or not it's in everyone's interest to sit Zach down until they find a trade for him. I don't know if it's on Zach or the majority of it is on Zach that this team had stopped playing for one another. But it was evident that this team had stopped playing for one another. Joke effort after joke effort, trash first quarter after trash first quarter, no one moving, standing around watching. These two games, Zach LaVine's not playing, and all of a sudden you see guys playing for each other. I mean, including guys who, a.k.a. Vooch, were also previously checked out.
Look, now checked in.
Putting effort into playing basketball.
I mean,
and again,
hey,
I'm not saying it's all Zach LaVine's fault, but I'm saying it is evident that this team has played differently these last couple games, and I can't convincingly tell myself or anyone else out there in Bulls Nation that Zach not playing is not related to it.
You can't argue with anything he just said. You just can't do it right now. And like I said in the pregame, Matt, them winning this game, not just winning, but how they looked in this game was going to go a long way into the conversations we were going to start having starting Monday, tune in, from Zach LaVine, about young Zach LaVine. Now it went from, because I'm like, he should play because you have to raise your trade value. Now Matt is like, I don't give a damn about his trade value. Just get this guy the hell out of here. That's the difference of what things have changed in the past two games, y'all. It's not that everybody doesn't agree that he needs to go, because we agree on that. What has changed is the value that you're getting back. Now they don't give a damn. Now Matt is just like, look, you got some dishwashing soap. You know what I mean? You got some shoelaces. You know, you got some bubble yum. Toss me that. You can have this, dude. Just get them the hell out of here and let's move forward. That is the difference of what has changed. I still think Zach needs to play because I want that trade value higher, dog. Honestly, he's been here too long for me to just walk away, you know, with some squash.
It's true.
I need something more from him, dog. My point of this is, like I told you before, Billy controls the minutes. If Billy's is like, dude, you ain't cooking, you ain't doing it, come sit your ass next to me. Come pout. Really? You want to pout? Let me show you exactly what they said about you on a national NBA show.
Right, yeah.
Let me show you what they said about you. No, we not feeling that right there. You don't have a choice. You don't have a leg to stand on in this matter. No trade clause. They don't like your contract. And the reason they don't like it is because of how you're playing this year. Not how you played previously, but how you're playing this year. You have to get out there and raise your trade value. So even if you don't want to be here, you better act like you want to be here. And you better act like you that guy, or they will honestly do the Matt Peck and send your ass out of here for a couple of butter knives. They will get you gone for those kind of things. I want more from you, Zach. You deserve to have more things because you're a good basketball player. But my God, it is hard to argue with what this team has looked like in these past 2 games, Matt. These 2 games, it's just 2 damn games. But it's the best 2-game stretch of the season.
And that's why
it don't involve you.
It's almost insultingly obvious to the diehard Bulls fans like y'all who tune into our show and our content every day, every week, the noticeable difference in the way that the team is played.
Yeah.
It's insultingly obvious how different it is when you watch a team that's trying and when you watch a team that's not trying.
Yeah.
And if this common denominator, for whatever reason, happens to be, if it was just when those trade reports went public back in the middle of November, and then all of a sudden it may have permeated through the Bulls locker room to Zach's teammates that it is now apparent to everyone that he wants out, and he's still supposedly one of your leaders, one of the guys who's, you know, the most on his plate every night to try to help your team to victory, and he doesn't want to be here, then why should anyone else want to be here? It is a fair question for any of his teammates who have asked themselves in the locker room or asked one another inside conversations in that locker room over the last few weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not all on Zach, but if that is where the Bulls have ended up, then you can't deny that that's where they've ended up.
And that's the other point of this, Matt, is yesterday, well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say before, but yesterday when this happened, people were like, get rid of DeMar, get rid of Zach. Then you saw DeMar play tonight, and like you said, it looked like Spurs DeMar. Now everybody's like, get Zach.
Well, so
go that way.
I believe it was our buddy Jamal from Bulls Central, shout out, who I saw on Twitter tonight, somewhere in one of the spurts of the Bulls playing well, where he was like, yeah, so remember when we all jumped down AK's throat when he said that thing about wanting to see this team and what it looked like after the Zach trade, but before making any other trade?
I remember.
I referenced it in pregame tonight, and I thought it was ridiculous. Now, look, the 2 games of this make me want to say, AK, it's retool, not rebuild time. Sign DeMar to an extension, and let's keep this going. After 2 games, no. But it is interesting.
It is very interesting, Matt.
It is interesting.
And of course, and again, I don't even think that your thought process will change after the next game when they play Charlotte. When the thought process starts to change is when they start playing these bigger and better teams on a consistent basis. And and not even wins and losses, just of how you play, just of how it looks like, and if it looks like a competent basketball team. That is when the ideology will actually start to change. But for me, after these 2 games, I'm just excited to win 2 games. I'm not thinking of, man, just get Zach out of here for an adjustable couch. Like, I'm not on that level right now. Man, you know, keep DeMar and sign him. I'm not there yet. I need to see more. We've been hurt a lot. I need to see more. You know what I mean? I need more, dog. You know, they cheated on us for years. Okay? I need more than I'm sorry. I need more than I'm cooking dinner tonight. I need more than I'm take the kids to school. No. It's got to be more effort in this relationship before we are like, okay, we back in love. We watching this like this. We can go together again. More. And Bulls fans deserve more. They deserve more. They are buying the hats. This dope-ass hat, thank you. They are buying the shirts. They are buying the jerseys. They are buying the tickets. They deserve more than just 2 awesome games. Just 2. You need a little bit more than these 2. Even though they're awesome and they're great, I need more than these 2. And like I just said, I'm going to need more than these 3 because you're playing Charlotte. I need more, and then you're playing San Antonio. I need more.
Trap game, Dave.
Yeah, honestly, that's fair because it's Wembanyama, to be real with you. But I need more than those, Matt. Lakers, Nuggets, those teams, Suns. Play better against those teams. Then we can start having these conversations of who needs to stay for what price and who needs to go.
People chiming in the comments. Henjo saying Zachary was holding us baggery. Vinicius singing "Hit the Road, Zach."
Oh,
it's just like Jack.
Well
I mean, it's
done.
right there.
It is right there. Good job. Good job.
Amin88 saying, "Let's not be toxic towards Zach, but I do think the trade rumors put everyone in a bad mood."
I'm not
It
toxic
wasn't just
towards Zach at all.
And that's what I was just saying. Like, it just put everyone in a bad place.
That part.
Put everyone in a bad place.
We're not toxic towards him at all. We
Yeah.
understand, you know what I mean, what Zach LaVine is. That's why I keep saying. I get what he is, and I know what he is. But God damn it, it is hard to sit and debate what this team has looked like in these past 2 games.
Irv in the comments said, "I love Zach, but if this is how the team plays without him, good riddance."
Word. You know what I'm saying?
mean,
like, come on, dog. Like, let's be real about this shit. That's all I'm saying. And this is why I love doing this show, because we're going to be honest. Let's be real about this. You know what I mean? Like, look at what they look like, bro. They look like they care. Y'all know, and I've said it for years, and you know this, Matt. Effort drives me crazy when I don't see it on the floor. It drives me insane. I can't stand it because it's something that you can control. It's something that you can actually do. It's not on the coaches. It's not on the front office. It's not on the ownership. It's on your ass. You can get out there and control what you need to do. It says a lot when a guy that is your guy ain't on the floor and your effort grows. Even in 2 games, it says something. And not just, okay, we played well and one guy played better and, you know, we did our thing. Vuce played amazing last game, right? He didn't have the best game in the world tonight, right?
No, but you know what he had? Balance.
This is exactly what I was about to say.
6 points, 7 boards, 4 assists, 3 blocks.
That's what I'm saying.
He shot 3 for 12.
Yes.
Including some missed bunnies.
Yes.
0 of 5 from downtown.
Correct. Which is why I was telling your boy C-Red Fred, it is never the fault of your 3rd or 4th option on your team while your team is playing bad. If he puts up those numbers, then I have to look at the dudes in front of him that are playing like ass, and Zach LaVine was playing like ass. And DeMar wasn't great. But you have to look at that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't look at the number 3 option like, oh, you're supposed to be carrying us. That's like, and this for the old school people out here, that's like saying, oh, shit, Magic and Kareem suck. Why ain't Michael Cooper carrying us?
Yeah.
It's Michael Cooper. Like, what you want him to do?
And that's the thing. Like, clearly, without Zach and DeMar on Thursday, we saw that version of Vooch.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure he was happy to have a game like that where he was like, you know, not only the primary scoring threat for the Bulls that night, but also doing what he can facilitating.
Yes.
And you know, he also he made some killer passes and kept the ball moving tonight. Like in addition to his 4 assists, he had several hockey assists tonight where it was just
he did.
Keeping the ball moving.
Yes, he did. Kicking it over to the baseline, they swing the ball, and for a shot, one of Coby White's threes.
And that's the other thing about what you said with
that, Henjo.
DeMar also contributing to the Bulls' horrible start with not playing all that well, not being the version of DeMar
Correct.
that we once knew and expected as Bulls fans.
Correct.
I think that part of that is something that DeMar deserves credit for, which is it seemed like DeMar was trying to do his part for this team that was talking about trying to change itself offensively.
Yeah.
Taking a step back from being just the ball-dominant ISO scorer that he is. And that is why we saw quarters, halves, sometimes entire games where DeMar was not the ball-dominant player. Because I think he was trying to let other people do more. And some nights it didn't work out very well because whoever he was letting do more was not ready for the moment and not answering the bell on whatever reason.
Sure.
But a night like tonight, when you see him have 10 assists, and I saw this from our guy Mark K on Twitter tonight while we were watching that game, this is the lowest, thus far through this season, DeMar has the lowest usage percentage since the 2012-13 season of his career.
Wow.
DeMar has taken a step back.
2012 is what he said. That's
a
about
decade ago.
over 10 years.
It's a decade ago.
Wow. Go ahead. Continue.
DeMar is letting his teammates, including his young teammates, do more around him.
Yeah.
Tonight and Thursday night, obviously without him on the floor, but with him on the floor tonight, you still saw DeMar say, hey, Coby, I'm going to let you get yours. Pat, I'm going to let you get yours. Caruso, Torrey Craig, Drummond, whoever it is, I'm going to facilitate and facilitate and facilitate on his way to 10 assists. And then, and it's what we said through the offseason, leading into the season, talking about changing the offense and if it can happen or not. Having the DeMar go be a hero option in your back pocket when it's late in a close game. And that is the exact script that we saw play out tonight because DeMar facilitated through 3 quarters.
Yes, he did.
Fourth quarter comes, we see DeMar making turnaround fadeaways with and ones that looked like the freaking resurgence of Michael freaking Jordan. We see him splitting defenders down the lane for scoop finger roll layups. We see the hero DeMar that we fell in love with in the 21-22 season, and he turned that on in the fourth after letting the offense and the ball flow for 3 quarters. That theory, it wasn't foolish to believe that it might be able to work. And tonight we saw it work.
Yeah.
And you have to give DeMar credit for that.
I mean, that was very well said.
Because it's sacrificing touches and sacrificing shots for a reigning 2-time All-Star and multi-time All-Star through his career, who is, again, having the currently lowest usage percentage since a decade ago in his career.
That is on point. And on top of that, the man played 40 minutes. DeMar played 40 minutes of basketball, and what you saw was a guy letting the game come to him. Nothing looked forced, Matt. And in that fourth quarter, when the Bulls truly needed buckets, they handed it off to DeMar. And it happened throughout the game for sure. But in that fourth quarter, for sure, when they were like, oh, my God, they're playing defense, the offense is looking stagnant, how about we give it to DeMar and let's see what he do? And, I mean, he did what he does, man. He got buckets. Look at these stats. 24 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds, 10 of 18 shooting, but also 2 of 4 from the three-point line, 2 free throws. 2 free throws for DeMar DeRozan. He hit them both, but 2 free throws. He was a +2. But it's that kind of shit that he's talking about right here. 2 free throws, but his effectiveness was evident throughout the game. At every point in time he was in the game, it was effective, whether he was shooting, whether he was facilitating, or even on the defensive end where he was just getting in front of guys. We know he's not a guy who's going to, just be great defensively or anything like that, but he understood his role. That's the key of all of this. And the key of that, Matt, my favorite saying ain't like doing. It's not just lip service from him, right?
Right.
He said a million times, hey, man, whatever we need to do to win, I'm willing to do. If you have to take me out the game, fine. If I got to sacrifice shots, fine. I'm willing to do it. Usually when guys say that, it's not true. They want their shots. You know what I mean? They want to look good. DeMar has just showed you tonight, it's evident that he does not care. And this is also a game where Caruso wasn't in. So you don't have a guy in the game who's taking more shots than you, right? I'm not saying he's going to take all the shots in the world, what Caruso does, but he still has several shots he's going to take. No, the person who was cooking was Coby White, and DeMar knew it. He would fade to the back and let the young guys cook, and he let them do their thing. When y'all need me, I'll be here. That is what a veteran is supposed to do. That's what keeps you around the team and the vibes high. Oh, I love that.
Our guy Mark K in the comments saying DeMar's been the biggest supporter of these young guys. It has made me sick listening to casuals flame him for being a ball hog when all he wanted this whole time was for the kids to come with him.
Listen, Mark K needs to be talking his shit tonight anyway. Because the shit y'all was saying about Billy Donovan and the ball-headed menace, you need to be ashamed of yourself. All right, Matt checked you already, but let me throw some more on you. How dare you? How dare you?
I mean,
even think that level was even the same.
I saw somebody in the comments earlier when we were having the Zach discussion defend Jim Boylan by referencing that Zach was the problem then too.
How dare you? You know what? Still stay here. I was almost saying get out, but I will still stay here. Stay in your comments. Don't stay right there. But how dare you?
Don't some of the shows on our CHGO platform advertise Better Health?
Yeah,
that new therapy. Yeah.
Matter of fact, come to Midtown Athletic Club and work some of that stress off because something is wrong. But how dare you? You have never heard me once in my criticism or even Matt's criticism of Billy Donovan tell you that he's a bad coach. Or tell you he can't coach basketball. Never. Never. Not one time have you heard us say, this dude can't coach. That was never the assessment. That was never the issue. That dude y'all comparing him to should never coach ever again on an NBA level. Ever. And y'all like, well, maybe they guys are the same guys. How dare you? Shame on yourself. Give me your goddamn hat. Joey, why ain't no hats up here? One. I'm not throwing that hat. You bought that. No, Joey, I ain't throwing that hat. That's there for decoration. How dare you? You should be ashamed of yourself.
AK in the comments said Billy didn't hold Zach accountable. That's still on Billy.
How dare y'all, man? Nobody has been more impactful to the young guys, even when he has been playing well, than DeMar DeRozan. They gravitate towards him. Dalen Terry has his hair just like DeMar DeRozan. Has anybody noticed that? I have. He has his hair just like him. Watching Patrick Williams and how he plays, just how demonstrative he's starting to be. Who you think's affecting that shit, yo? I'm telling you, it's DeMar DeRozan. Stop it. How dare you? How dare you come at Billy this way? How dare you come at Billy? How dare you come at DeMar this way? How dare you? I still love you, but how dare you?
It's 2 games. We gotta take our first break. Appreciate all you for hanging out with us on a Saturday night. You can be doing anything with your weekend. You're hanging out with us right now. We appreciate it. We got over 500 watching in the comments live on YouTube. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done it yet. Joey's asking for them. Joey wants the thumbs. Mm-hmm. Longhorn Joey wants the thumbs.
That one. Joey Longhorn.
Make sure you subscribe as well to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Tonight's CHGO Bulls Postgame brought to you by Circa Sportsbook, who offer the tight moneyline splits and use the low hold model.
Tight.
They always strive to have minus 110 odds on all of those point totals, on all of those spreads.
Yes.
Unlike many of their competing sports books that use 115, 120, for no good reason. No good reason other than they want to keep more money in their pocket and not share it with you. Not Circa. You'll always find more minus 110 spreads at Circa. They also don't limit players based on their winnings. Every player has the same limits, unlike other sports books who limit those players who are winning big and on hot streaks. Circa says, let it ride. They encourage their bettors to download not only their Circa Sportsbook app, but other sports betting apps that are available to us, and there are a lot these days, because they're confident that when you compare their spreads, their odds, their payouts, they will be better than their competitors more often than not.
Boom!
Compare for yourself and find out. Also, no one beats them on customer service. There are real people behind the Circa Sports brand who resolve issues in a timely fashion, unlike other sports books who can tend to use those dreaded chatbots.
Nobody beats the Wiz.
Nobody! I was dealing with the customer service chatbot issue earlier today.
Oh, were you?
Just in my, boring adult life. And I was like, we're all doomed. We're all doomed. But Circa's there for you.
They are.
All aspects of the Circa app being run by the same team that runs the main Circa Sportsbook at their Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. We can vouch. Been there, stayed there, gambled there, incredible,
Spath is
wonderful
approved.
staff.
Yes.
Download the Circa Sports Illinois app at circasports.com/Illinois-app to sign up today. Be on the lookout for Circa's events in the greater Chicagoland area. Watch parties, tailgates, all that jazz. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-426-2537. Text GAMB to 833-234 or visit areyourreallywinning.com.
Are you really winning?
The Bulls did tonight.
Oh, yes, they did.
What?
So what you needed to have, hold on, let me grab it, was one of these right here.
Yes, sir.
The Varsity Cooler. I love talking about this every time because it gives me an opportunity to grab it, touch it, feel it, and show it. Oh, look at it. Look at the greatness of this thing right here. It's not, no, people might say, oh man, why are you picking up a gym bag? No. Not a gym bag. A cooler that could double as a gym bag. It's two of them things. But look at the detail. I'm all about the detail of this stuff. You got the Chicago written across right here. All right, on the inside, you got Matt Peck's diet. You got burgers and hot dogs right on the inside of this joint right here. Delicioso. Oh, look at the detail of the colors. Look at the varsity stitch right up on here, right there on the side, right there. Got the little zipper pocket. You can hit it right there, toss your stuff right inside, right up in there. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is a cooler. So you steer your beers in here. It will keep them cool. It will keep them nice. But also right there on the side, all the Bears numbers that have been retired, all the Bears that have been in the Hall of Fame, I should say, are right here on the side. The Super Bowl 20 is on the side. The Chicago flag is right there as well. And you think it ended there? I don't think so. How about a map of Chicago right on the goddamn bottom, showing you where you are in case you get lost and Google ain't working for you? You can grab this and say, oh, I need to make a left right there on Ketty and go on now right there. Boom! Right there in your face while it's keeping your beer cold. This thing is amazing. I love it so much. Varsity Coolers are the best, y'all. The design, the exterior colors, the team colors, they got it all, man. Doubles as a cooler. Like I said, it's waterproof. Very important. Waterproof and insulated, because there are many coolers, Matt, that I've been around where people put their ice in there and it just leaks out everywhere. Many coolers like that. No. Not happening with the Varsity Cooler. Get you one of these, y'all. A gym bag that doubles as a cooler. It's the best thing in the world. Head over to varsitycoolers.us and use the code CHGO at checkout. You will get 10% off of your order. That is varsitycoolers.us. The code is CHGO. 10% off your order is what you're going to get. Varsity Coolers. Stay cool and hot. Let me tell you something real quick. Let me say this quickly.
Okay.
Joey, Nothing But Bull had something he had to say. If you can find it right here. Shout out, my man. I know that's you, Briscoe. Shout out to you, bro. He has something to say about Billy Donovan, that Billy Donovan still has his faults. That's what he said right there.
He does.
We're not debating that on any stretch of the imagination. Every coach has their faults, but you have to give credit where it is due. I enjoyed watching him coach this game tonight. Matt, when I sat there and I was like, oh my God, get Vooch out of the game. You saw Drummond.
Up came Drummond.
Boom, right there into the game, man. Billy Donovan, his plays out of the timeout were also better. Remember they ran one play out of the timeout and then another timeout was called, and then they ran a whole different play that got the ball inbounds to Io, and he got fouled. This is in the fourth quarter, and he got fouled. That's coaching right there. I understand it might be easier to coach when you're winning, but it's also, you have to give him credit because he's also one of the reasons why you're winning. Guys are listening and paying attention and making the cuts and getting the thing. When they're getting the ball in the paint, guys are cutting now. I don't know why that wasn't happening previously, but now it's happening right now. I can't take that away from Billy Donovan, man. And I got to give him that love. And I know you gave him credit. I know you gave him credit, Briscoe. And everybody's got their faults. But I'm just telling you, you got to give this man credit where it's due. He has coached amazingly in these past two games.
No one, I don't think, believes that Billy was telling his guys, hey, when you don't have the ball, in our half-court sets, just stand around and do nothing. I can't imagine that that's what Billy was telling them to do.
That's not what he was saying, man? You don't think so?
I would be shocked if that's what Billy was telling them to do.
Assessment.
And again, maybe there is some mistranslation in whatever Billy was trying to tell them and get them to do was not translating.
Yeah.
And in some capacity, that is a split liability between the coach trying to relay those instructions and the players trying to hear them and then enact those instructions.
Yeah.
But again, I mean,
I love you, Briscoe. I swear I do. Nothing but bull. I love y'all.
To burn all this down, including Billy. But because we won, and because the win involved some young guys who might be on this team if AK does in fact steer this in a very different direction. Let's continue to talk about the fact that there were some young guys who looked pretty damn good tonight. Coby, like lights out.
Lights out.
The confidence in which he is rising up from three.
Oh my God.
And not just from three, from Trey, Steph range. It is truly impressive.
Yeah.
His combination of confidence to take those threes and also pick and choose his spots to try to get to the basket. Like, I think he hit 8 threes tonight and only had 2 other made field goals. But like, again, Coby finds his times to attack. And then, God damn it, I love watching Coby catch fire, because who doesn't? I think what I loved even more tonight is that young man took 2 charges. The second of which he took on a freight train named Zion Williamson.
Yes, he did.
And look, like, Coby was left out to dry a couple of possessions in this game, especially once Zion got cooking, and you were like, how did we let Coby get switched on to Zion again? That is not fair.
Several times,
Stop letting Coby get switched on to Zion.
So true.
But that charge he took from, and this is why, like, when the Bulls as a collective team were playing like dog shit and no one looked like they were trying, there were plenty of post games where I sat here with you and said, Coby White tried tonight.
Yeah.
Coby White has been trying.
You did.
All season. The effort has been there with Coby all season, and I respect the hell out of that for a team that looks like it was starting to just quit on themselves, on each other, on the fans. Nobody wants to see that. Coby has been bringing the effort all season, and a night like tonight when Zach's out and this team needs more scoring punch, and Coby takes it upon himself to be like, oh, okay, I got a green light. Here's 31.
Give me the light. Yeah. No, everything is absolutely correct. And it started early. And it was the guy in that third quarter, which was Coby White, who got it cooking for the Chicago Bulls. And that's what you're always looking for when you're running, a 1-2 combination out there. DeMar obviously was the guy. But again, we credited him with stepping back, and letting guys cook. It felt like it was more of Coby telling him to step back than him just stepping back. Now, I could be wrong about that, because I'm sure DeMar had no problem just saying, no, I'm back, it's cool. But at the same time, Coby seized it, is what I'm trying to say. He went out there and he took it. He didn't just let DeMar say, no, it's your turn. He said, no, it's my turn, period. It's mine. I got it. Give it to me. We cooking out here. This is exactly what's going to happen, and give me the goddamn ball. The way he was pulling is why I feel like that. What, like Matt said, pulling from the Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, Klay Thompson kind of range, and every time he shot it, Matt, what did I say? Oh, my God. Every time, I was like, oh, my God. Because I couldn't believe he was taking these shots. It was shocking. You know what I mean? Like, he was taking them and confidently hit them. It wasn't him hitting those shots and him jumping up and, slapping Stacey King's hand and Adam Amin and hugging. It was like, yeah, I expected to do that. This is how I kind of supposed to be. Because I'm Coby White.
When Coby had a look, but then dished to Torrey Craig, who drilled that corner 3 late in the game, and Coby ran up and shoved Torrey Craig in the chest.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes, man. And shout out Torrey freaking Craig tonight. 15-6. Balled out tonight.
Every one of his 6 rebounds was damn.
Yes.
That's a rebound.
And every one of those 15 were necessary points. Because, Matt, when Patrick Williams was not taking those shots, when he was hesitating and not taking those threes, you know who the hell was? It was Torrey Craig taking those shots, man.
Season high point total tonight.
Oh, it's why I love him coming off the bench, because he gives you the stuff that if Patrick ain't doing it, boop, boop, get him in the game. He will do those things. You like that, Joey? You want me to do it one more time? Boop, boop, get him in the goddamn game. Get him in.
Speaking of which, I saw that our friend P. Will supporter was trashing me earlier in the comments about how I was advocating for Javon and Torrey to start instead of the young guys.
Because he was trash.
When the team was losing games left and right and Billy hadn't tried that yet.
He was trash. Bro, I got you, man. This is coming from dude who wants Pat to start.
We love you, P. Will supporter.
This is coming. I wanted Pat to start, and I continually said if Patrick ain't starting, then it's a failure, all right? And that's why, when you saw Torrey Craig starting. My point is, he needed to. He did, because Pat is putting up 0, 0, 0. You know what I mean? Like, it's a binary code line. It's the Tony Snell he was putting up. How don't you pull him out and put somebody else in when he's playing like that? That's exactly what you're supposed to do in the game. Oh, you stink? You suck? And forget all that. You don't want to play? You don't want to look like you want to be out there? I got a guy on the bench who looks like he want to be out there. He gets a chance. You give these guys a chance until you find your way. That's what the point of it is. That's the point of 82 games in a season, because everything is not going to stay the same for those 82 games. We are not in the 90s anymore. You know what I mean? You can look at Mike and Scotty and all them and be like, oh, man, they're playing tough. I don't give a damn. They staying in the game. But these dudes ain't that. All right? These are role players. Role players continually can change. But Patrick Williams, you want him to be more than a role player. He has to believe it. It feels like he's starting to believe it more. It feels like he's starting to get it more. But Billy Donovan was absolutely right while moving his ass out the starting lineup. No doubt.
Starting to believe in himself more? Maybe?
Yes, maybe.
6 straight games with double-digit points.
Oh, sexy.
All right. I think, well, do we want to take a quick ad break, Joe, or do you want to bring Will in? All right, let's slam out a quick ad break, and then we will bring in Will the GOAT Gottlieb. Yay! Hit that thumbs up if you didn't do it the first time around on our first ad break. We love you, P. Will supporter. 6 straight games, double figures. Good for him.
Talk your shit, P. Will.
Tonight's postgame brought to you by Midtown Athletic Club, who have 4 Chicagoland locations. They got Palatine in the Northwest Burbs, Bannockburn in the North Shore, Willowbrook, the Southwest Burbs, and, of course, the Midtown Athletic Club and Hotel in the middle of Bucktown and Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
Midtown Palatine has launched a multi-million-dollar transformation of the club, which will be complete in the early 2024. That's like right around the corner.
Oh.
Listeners can lock in favorable rates if they join before the end of the year.
Yes.
They've got something for everybody. Whether you're a single person, a family, with kids that want to come and find stuff to do there. Maybe you're looking to make a lifestyle change. Hey, New Year's resolutions right around the corner.
Shout out.
Midtown Chicago is the nicest fitness club I've ever been in. I'm pretty sure Mark Carmen said that.
Oh.
Maybe it was Adam Hogue. I don't know.
Both of them.
There's great club features, like their super luxe locker rooms with wet and dry saunas and premium amenities. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing outdoor and indoor pools and hot tubs. Let me get some of that. They also offer high-intensity interval training if you want to do the personal trainer thing. They've got yoga. They've got boxing, spin, and cycling if that's your jam. Cross-training, group exercises of all kinds. Pick what you want. And also the best tennis courts and programming in the sport in the Chicagoland area. Boom. Midtown has indoor and outdoor tennis courts, pickleball courts, paddle tennis, USTA professional quality all the way. Head to midtown.com/CHGO. Find out more and to tour the Midtown Athletic Club nearest you.
Oh, you know what? Joey, what's the score of the Louisville game?
10-6.
Who?
Florida State.
It's getting close.
He's losing his mind over there.
All right. I know. I see him. I'm watching. That's why I asked. I wanted to see him, make sure he was all right. Make sure he was all right. Know what Joey needs? Might need a slice of that hero bread. Oh, needs to get that to soak up some of that awesomeness up in his stomach right now because he's stressed. And Hero Bread is here to provide you some wonderful things. Oh, it's delicious and it's good for you. Those are two things that are not mutually exclusive. But Hero Bread said, you darn right it's going to be mutually exclusive with us right here.
Damn Skippy.
Yeah. The taste, the texture, it's soft. It's fluffy. It's delicious. It's tasty. It's flavorful. It's scrumdiddly-umptious. Shout out Ned Flanders. Oh, it's high in fiber. And it's ultra low in those net carbs, y'all. And just like that C4 I had earlier, zero grams of sugar per slice. It's delicious. They got buns, they got tortillas, and of course they got the sliced breads. All of that is available at Hero Bread. Please get yourself a slice and understand what I'm telling you when I tell you it's delicious and it's good for you. You can put whatever you want on the bread. You got a double cheeseburger you want to put on there? Hook that up. You got a salmon burger? Hook that up. You got a veggie burger? Hook that up. Whatever you want. Peanut butter and jelly? Do it. Hook up the Hero Bread. It's delicious, y'all. So hero.co is where you go. Ooh, that rhymed. I like that. I'll probably say that again. I dug that. And use the code CHGO. All of that rhymed again. And that's awesome stuff right there. That will get you 10% off of your order. That's hero.co. Use the code CHGO to get yourself 1-0 off of your bread. 10%! Hero Bread to the rescue.
Feels like I'm eating nothing at all.
That's where he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Nothing at all.
Joining us now on the Goat Talk Hotline. It's our guy, Will the Goat Gottlieb from
Goat.
the United Center. Follow him on Twitter for all of his Bulls reporting and updates. Will_Gottlieb. Will, buddy. 2 straight games where the Bulls down one of their star players, lean on ball movement and some of the younger guys blossoming. Let's start with this. I saw you tweet out tonight that Coby White is the best shooter in the NBA this side of Stephen Curry. And after the performance we saw tonight, hard to disagree.
Not going to argue.
Coby went crazy.
Show me the lie. Show me the lie. I mean, he is, I believe, 39 of his last 78 over like the last 8 games. That's 50%, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, he's just on fire. I mean, he was kind of talking about after the game how he felt like this whole season he's just been getting really good looks and they've been feeling good, just not going in. And not just for him, but for the entire team. But yeah, I think you can just tell like the confidence that he has shooting the basketball. And somebody asked him at the end of he talked for like 10 minutes, and at the very end, somebody asked him like, why'd you start, shooting so much more confidently? And he basically said, because I kept on getting in trouble for not shooting. People were like pausing film in the film room, film reviews and saying like, Coby, even though you think you have a closeout here, you're open enough to take this shot. You're good enough at catch and shoot threes to be getting those up 13 times tonight, which is what he did. So, yeah, he's been fantastic. Obviously, more than just the catch and shoot. Everything from attacking the paint to throwing lobs to swing on the perimeter to get Torrey Craig an open three at the end of the game there. I mean, he just has been awesome. The confidence is there. He's like the first guy to Torrey Craig to, celebrate with him after that three. He's just like, the vibes are great with Coby right now. And it's awesome to see like one of the Bulls' young players really developing before our eyes.
Amari Green just introduced my favorite version of Will Gottlieb, which is Meatball Will. That might be my favorite version of Will Gottlieb right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Show me the lie.
Show me the lie. Show it to him. Will, the other guy I wanted to ask about was DeMar DeRozan, who I'm just talking about Bulls fans. Obviously, after that first game, they didn't want to break up any kind of the chemistry that was going on with this team after that win against the Bucks. But DeMar just fit in, man, very seamlessly and like a glove. It was very simple, 24 and 10 for him, and even in his shooting. Did he have anything to say after the game? And talk to me how you felt about the game that he played tonight.
So I think the first thing you got to talk about is just like the pace, the tempo, the thrust, whatever Billy, whatever term Billy has been throwing around here the last couple of weeks, like they've been talking about playing like this for a year and a half. And for some reason, these last two games, it's clicked and it looks really good. And they feel it. They obviously can see the results of it. They're putting up 120 a night. I mean, they look really good and they feel that. They're confident in it. And I think it comes down to, so much of what the Bulls do runs through DeMar, obviously. He's a very methodical, slow, slow it down, get his feet set, serve at the floor, wait to see where the help is coming from kind of player. And he's really good at that. But at the same time, if you want to have like a dynamic offense, you need to have more movement. You need to get up and down the court more. And so Billy has been very clear that like they're not going to be a team that's just run and gun, shooting a ton of threes and turning the ball over a bunch like those early Warriors days. But they also don't want to be a walk it up team every single possession either. And I think they've kind of struck a balance where, you see it with Io. Anytime there's a rebound, live ball rebound, outlet to Io, and he's gone. I mean, he just he gets into another gear and he's just at the rim. And even DeMar, like it's rubbing off on him where like he'll get a rebound and he's not walking it up, but he'll run it up. And that allows the team to get into a set at 18 or 19 on the shot clock instead of 16 or 14. And that just opens up so much more. And then when the ball is zipping around, I thought DeMar did a really great job tonight of, first of all, the Bulls would get Jordan Hawkins or, one of these smaller guards switched onto DeMar on an empty right elbow, and the help would come and he would just get off the ball as quickly as he could. And the rest of the guys were either shooting or passing it to the next guy and keeping that advantage alive. So I think it was just everybody up and down the lineup understanding that they need to play with a certain pace. And again, that's not just like running up and down like chickens with your heads cut off. It's like decisive, getting into the offense quickly, and moving the ball quickly. It didn't really stick tonight. It just felt like there was this like connectivity with it, and everybody kind of understood that if they're going to score, they need to do it quickly. They need to keep the ball moving. And yeah, like I said, I mean, they've been talking about this for a year or a year and a half more, and they finally did it. And I asked DeMar about that, and he was just like, sometimes you just got to do it until you get it right. And it's kind of where we are right now.
I like that you pointed out the part that Io played in keeping the ball alive and moving and pushing the pace tonight. We saw some beautiful Io in transition buckets tonight that just this team needs. When he's given a larger role and more minutes, we see more of it. I am curious how you feel, Will, though, about, as Dave just said, this is now the second game without Zach. DeMar came back in and let the younger guys play their roles, kept the ball moving, guys were making cuts. DeMar facilitated before really finding his moments to be the ISO hero that he was in the fourth quarter when in certain possessions they needed him to be that version of himself. It's 2 games, but everyone is wondering, with its 2 wins and 2 wins where you have team assist totals over 30, which had only happened once prior to these 2 games all season long, and whether or not Zach's place in street clothes on the bench has anything to do with all of that and the fact that this team looks like they are more energetically playing for one another out there these last 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it's just like coincidence. The Bulls are not as bad as they played the first 19 games. Like, they're bad. They're not a good basketball team, but they weren't that bad. We talked about this before, but like their effective field goal percentage was like down. I mean, they were like pretty good to average the last 2 years, steady like 55%, 14th, 15th in the league. To start this year, they were like 29th in the league, 48, 49%. So some of that was just going to be the ball getting in the basket a little bit more, which you've seen the last couple of games with the threes and the pace and everything. And I think that just kind of like brings the vibes back a little bit. And you kind of like talk about it as a cliche, but like that really is an important thing. Like, these guys were just so down on themselves. That road trip was brutal. That 5-7 here was brutal. They just couldn't get into any sort of rhythm. And I think when losses start to snowball like that, it really affects them. And so I think part of it is just like the floodgates have opened a little bit. I think part of it is that there's more of a sense of urgency to play that style if they know that one of their star scorers isn't going to be there to help bail them out. And so I think it's just like a couple of these things. They're not as bad as they have been. The ball's going in more. The vibes are a little bit better. But I think, and we talked about this last game, like all these guys are excited to get Zach back in the lineup because they feel like he's going to be the one benefiting from this kind of pace. He's going to be the one that's getting up and down and getting transition dunks and shooting threes. Like that caters to his style of play. So I think, and Vooch said after the game, the previous game against the Bucks, somebody asked, is there any coincidence or is this like happening because DeMar and Zach are out? He was like, no, we need our best guys if we're going to have a chance to win. And I think they really believe that Zach is going to look really good if they're going to be able to continue the system, this style of play. But again, this consistency buzzword has come up a bunch of times. Is it sustainable? Can they continue to play this style, not just with or without Zach, but throughout the rest of the season? This is kind of who they need to be.
And shout out to the people who are watching. Over 500 people are watching. Let's get to those over 200 likes.
Yeah.
If y'all don't mind.
Oh, we're right
Let's do
there.
it for Joey Spathis
Right
and
there.
Will Gottlieb. Will, two-part question for you. One, is there any more word on Alex Caruso and his toe injury, anything like that? And two, anything about Andre Drummond? Because we saw him kind of step really weird, and he sat out a little bit as well. Is there anything on the injury front that has been conveyed to you as far as those guys and their injuries?
Yeah, Caruso re-aggravated that same left toe. So, he was actually off the injury report for the first time in what seemed like weeks today. So there was no question that he was going to be playing. And then, at some point in the first half, re-aggravated that left toe, and it was bad enough to where they didn't feel comfortable bringing him back in the game. Not sure how long of an issue it will be, but certainly it's something that we've been monitoring now and that has kept him out a couple of games so far. So definitely something to keep tabs on. Drummond came back in the game. Not sure exactly what happened. It looked like he kind of came up short and held his leg a little bit after missing a layup in transition. But he seemed fine. He was back out there afterwards. So he seems no major red flags with him.
Shall we get Will's Goon before we let him go?
Oh, let's get it.
It's
Hit
a
it,
win.
young Joey Longhorn.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man now. I'm the man.
Brought to you by Empire Today. All they do is flooring, no matter what. It's what they do, ladies and gentlemen. 588-2300.
Empire.
There it is right there. Will Gottlieb, sir. Your goon of the night.
Coby White.
Ooh, that's it. No explanation needed. That was Coby White. There it
Name the
is.
full
13
name.
on threes, 39 of 78 the last 8 games. Just
Whew.
give it to me.
Matt Peck.
My Goon love goes to Torrey Craig tonight.
Oh, please explain.
He has not been, I think, as much of an impact as Bulls fans were hoping for in another milquetoast offseason as far as free agent acquisitions go. We've seen him fluctuate from bench player to starter briefly, now back to bench player. His rebounding tonight was proof of effort that I had been wanting to see and lacking as a Bulls fan all season long. Also pouring in 15 points, a season high. And, you ready for this? Best plus minus on the Bulls tonight? Plus 16, wow. Torrey Craig in 19 minutes off the bench.
Wow. Not bad at all.
That dude was – Stacey said there are 5 Torrey Craigs out there after one of his many hustle plays tonight.
He did say that.
That is a sacred Javonte Green credit. That is a Javonte compliment, and Stacey gave it to Torrey Craig tonight, and he 100% deserved it.
The only other person I heard him give it to was Caruso. So that's saying a lot right there. That's a big thing.
I will not allow this David Nwaba erasure on my I will not stand for it.
You know what, Will? I'll allow it. Joey, sir.
My goon of the night
Yes.
is Coby White.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 things for Coby. No explanation needed. You and Will just no explanation needed on these things. All right. Just on their synergy is what it is. Well, all right. Goon of the night. And shout out Ayo Dosunmu, who almost honestly walked away with this because he was awesome
was
tonight.
incredible.
Real talk. but I got to go with Will and Joey. It is Coby White. He is Goon of the night. Not for the shooting, not for all of that, but the fact that he took a charge on Zion Williamson and looked like both his lungs collapsed when he got hit in the chest, and he still came back out in the fourth quarter and continued balling on. That is Goon stuff right there, because, my God, he looked like he got hit by a tank.
I mean,
and he still was out there
his
balling.
His chest cavity caved in.
Oh, it caved in. It was a crack in that bad boy for sure. Tough man right there. Stuff like that, Jacoby White, will get you Goon of the night. That rhymed. Shout out Will White to his brother. Boom.
Well deserved.
This is what's for you, Cole.
Goat, thank you for joining us, man. Appreciate the insight as always. Everybody, make sure you follow Will on Twitter, Will_Gottlieb, for all of his Bulls reporting and updates. Make sure you read his thoughts on tonight's game when they're up on the website, allchgo.com. And Bulls are off tomorrow. We are off tomorrow, so we will see you for a show on Monday. Yes, Will?
Monday.
I will see you guys then.
Goat!
The man. He's the man.
Love seeing Goat.
Will the Goat Gottlieb.
Shout out to his shirt, too. Shout out the Goat shirt. Shout out to
the glasses,
shirt.
the hair.
Had the burgundy on.
He's got like the little week-long half beard going on.
I like how he's always dressed like a substitute teacher. Like
he just looks good all the time.
He's just like, I trust my child around him learning.
It would bug me if I weren't so fond of him as a person.
But that ain't saying much.
I'm just saying. Like,
no, stuff about me bugs you.
How dare you be that clean and good-looking and handsome?
You literally say that about me. Like, anything that looks more, you say these things. We just know it means you love us. We understand.
Surrounded by obnoxiously handsome people. I really can't. Speaking of that Empire Goon of the night, a little bit more of a quick shout-out to our friends at Empire. Then we'll do some Super Chats. Then we'll get out of here, send you all on your way for the rest of your Saturday night. Woo! With Empire today, you get shop at home convenience, the right products for your needs, quick and professional installation, and a low price guarantee. Empire today is the best place to get new flooring. So, of course, they have copycats amongst their competitors. But Empire can't be beaten by those copycats on their quality, on their service, their speed.
Oh.
So all the competitors do is offer low price stuff. And it's just junk products that Empire doesn't even bother to carry and offer their clients because they wouldn't put it in your home.
No, they wouldn't.
Because they wouldn't put it in theirs.
Facts.
And those are the facts. With Empire, they keep shopping for flooring as simple as possible with a curated product selection. Their philosophy is help you find what you need, not overwhelm you with thousands of unnecessary choices and substitutes. What they leave out of their selection, just as important as what they put into it. Empire's product team exhaustively combs through thousands of product samples every year to find the perfect styles for you. They also have a wonderful feature that they call the Virtual Floor Designer.
Tell me about it.
Easy to use and a great way to see how new floors look in any space.
Any?
Just snap a picture.
Wow.
On your phone. Instantly see how different types of flooring will look in different rooms in your home.
That sounds amazing.
It does. They also pride themselves on their convenient shop at home service. They help customers shop for floors where they use their floors.
Right.
So you can see exactly what these floors look like in your home to help you make those tough decisions. Awesome. They also service their own warranties. If an issue does happen to arise, just call Empire. They will come and service all warranties themselves. No tracking down third-party manufacturers and their phone numbers and their answering machines. Nah. Empire will come take care of you.
No.
Shout out, Sarah. Schedule a free in-home estimate today. All of our CHGO Bulls listeners can receive $350 off when they use promo code CHGO. Restrictions apply. See empiretoday.com/CHGO for details. 588-2300 Empire today. Bow.
In your face.
Let's do some super chats, Joe.
Hit him, Joseph.
All right, some super chats.
Still 10-6, Joe?
Oh, yep. I realized I didn't have the thing actually on the screen, so I'm gonna throw up the Empire logo up on the screen.
Still 10-6 though?
Just for a little bit. It's actually 13-6.
Joey distracted.
16. No, it's actually 16-6. So Louisville's not gonna win.
Damn.
They're actually the worst.
Is it fourth quarter?
Yeah, the game's over basically.
Damn. All right.
Fourth quarter.
Rosette says, no Zachary equals no slackery.
Look what I've
Shout
created.
out, Rosa.
Look what I have created.
This is a thing.
I love
This
it.
is a thing.
I love it
The
so
Duke,
much.
pack,
The Duke.
pack you're off the hook. I was worried you might have been the problem when you had the night off and they won. Jalapeno Cheetos are amazing, even though they gave me the toots. But that's more my wife and kids' problem.
That is their problem more so than mine. But I mean, I love jalapeno cheddar Cheetos. They do occasionally give you some toots. But that's right, Duke. I am not the bad luck charm. I was gone on Thursday.
Yep.
Bulls win.
Yep.
Look like they give a shit for the first time in forever.
The first time in forever.
I was fully ready to come back in tonight
You were.
and watch them play like trash
Oh, my
again.
God. You were ready like Fred was to talk shit about Vuce.
I was
Like,
ready.
You were ready, dog. They said, no.
Pleasant surprise. Didn't happen that way.
They didn't.
Can't put that on me.
Not his fault. Joseph.
AK said Zach trade talk has clearly had a bad team vibe. As an ardent Zach supporter, I can't wait until he remains in street clothes or is traded.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay.
ISO Noah says this is sustainable even with Zach, but he has to be willing to play for and with this team. No effort, winning or losing. No effort, winning or losing is bad for his character.
He don't understand. I need him to understand that will get him traded to where he wants to be traded to. You still have to look like a team player.
Yeah.
You're not on a hardened level where you can say, screw my team. You are a guy who they think will be the third best option. You have to continue playing with the squad, bro. That's it. It's really that simple. I hope they're telling you that at Clutch. I really do. I hope that's happening. Joe.
He also says, can we give Billy Bubblegum Donovan credit? He gets a lot out of his point guards, and he brought Coby along the way. Credit Coby for his work as well.
Yup, we covered giving Billy a little bit of credit
Bubblegum
tonight.
Billy got his.
Also, gave Julian Phillips first quarter minutes.
Julian Phillips first quarter minutes.
Julian Phillips also only played a total of 4 minutes tonight.
Shout out.
But Billy was not afraid to put him in that first quarter rotation.
He wasn't, man.
Way to go, Billy. More Julian Phillips.
Give me Dalen.
Give me all the Julian Phillips.
He wants more. I want some Dalen.
Dalen's gone.
Give me some Dalen.
Dead.
He's been working out.
AK
Dead
said, sadly,
to me.
it's Zach demanding he wants out and empty seats that is driving imminent change, not proactive AKME who would rise this team and season.
Not proactive. AK will right. All right.
I mean, seeing
I don't like the phrasing of that. Like Zach's demanding a trade. Like
neither do I.
not really.
You know what else I don't like?
What's that?
And this is going to sound a little bit mean,
Oh,
but y'all know me. I don't like seeing crowds of Bulls fans of varying levels of diehard Bulls fan
be happy.
filling and going crazy in the United Center the last 2 games. I'm sorry. We can't let this Band-Aid let them get away with it, y'all. We can't. We can't. I am
Matthew
happy.
Peck.
I am happy for every single Bulls fan who went to these last 2 games and had
They weren't
themselves
packed,
a good
though.
time.
But they weren't packed. The stadium was not packed. Bro.
No.
It really wasn't. Honestly, if I'm being for real.
Well,
it
yeah,
really
but
wasn't.
like the 100 level ball was going nuts.
That's the 100
Like a lot of people. in it.
honestly, when they panned out, a lot of empty seats going on, man.
Good.
All right, a lot of empty seats, man.
Good.
Again, we need more consistency. We need more. Shout out Patrick Williams, 6 games in double figures. We need more consistency.
The Duke, this looks
Burn
like a
down
team
some of
working together to win. Not just supporting cast for Zach. I'm super high on this team, thinking playoffs. I'm sure I won't be let down. Rodney Dangerfield rolling his eyes, gif.
You know who Rodney Dangerfield is, Joey?
Yeah, he's in Caddyshack, the old guy.
Oh, look at Joseph.
Look at
he
Joseph.
said Caddyshack,
No,
the
it's
old
not.
guy, is what he said.
The old guy.
That's what he
Caddyshack.
said. Did you know that he was a comedian?
Yeah,
A stand-up comedian?
yeah,
You sure?
yeah.
You seen him?
No.
What, like seen him live?
No, I mean just seen him really, man. No, just really seen him on television actually
No.
performing as a stand-up.
I never have.
That's my point. He just saw him in Caddyshack.
I know who he is, though.
That's all he got him from.
Alan says, great Bulls
Watch
win tonight.
Back to school, Joey.
Funny how stuff turns around with LaVine on the bench.
Let's pump the brakes on turnaround. But
Ha!
They wanted
Fair.
him. George Spathis.
George!
wait.
Shout out George Mathis.
Where's Lisa?
Oh, father of Joseph.
I'm sure she's watching. They say, love the Bulls, sharing the ball, finally. And Big Dave showing off the legs again.
Big George, them gams is out.
Hits
George
us with the
Sr.
hook 'em at
loves the
end.
gams.
The gams. I can't leave y'all gambless. Y'all got to get the gams, baby. Come on now. Man, I can't leave them gambless, man.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
We love you, George and Lisa.
Yes. Look at Matt. Matt always going to know to mention Lisa from now.
Hey, now that I know Joey's mom's name, she's getting credit
Yo, she
every
getting
time.
all of it, dog. Whether she wants it or not.
Scared
She's getting
straight.
love. Scared straight.
Tyrone Grayson, Billy actually
Hope you're
coached
kidding
tonight in the fourth, and it looked good. Kobe and Io both were fantastic. P. Will looked good too. Bulls win. C-Red.
Great job, Tyrone. That is absolutely true, sir. Felt the same way.
It's fun to see the young guys play well.
It is, and I think that's the thing of it, Matt. It's not just DeMar or Zach and those guys or Vooch taking over. It's the young guys and everybody contributing. That gives you hope, you know what I mean, going forward. And can we get on a winning streak? That's all we have to right now.
I mean,
that's all we have to. That's all we have to.
And, you know, again, this was a Pelicans team that's middle of the road, missing some key pieces tonight. Correct. But again, the Bulls have had games previously in their schedule where they've been tossed a bone because whoever they were playing had a key player or players out.
Very true.
And they came in and laid an egg.
Oh, tons of them.
Again, it's not so much about the opponent you're facing. And look, this is a team that still had Zion and B.I. and Valanciunas.
Yeah.
This Pelicans team, even without McCollum and some of their other supporting cast, is not a scrub team.
And got off to a solid start.
It's about the
effort and consistency. Give me more, Joseph.
Let's talk Bulls. Watching Kobe take over was amazing, and the Curry shimmy after a step back three had me screaming. Oof. Thank you guys for what you do.
Dude,
thank
we
you
appreciate
for
you.
it.
Let's talk Bulls. Thank you for
shout out. Let's talk Bulls, man.
The one that was like the second chance points where that I think it was a Vooch kick out, and Kobe was right at the top of the key, but like deep.
Yeah,
and he just buried that one.
Oh, that was special, dog. That was some special shit that was happening.
And then the next possession, he hit that one over, at the break.
Yes,
where it was like, God, Kobe's just launching. God, it was fun.
It was so disrespectful and sexy. Like, I'm not used to our players doing disrespectful things to other teams. But Coby White, when he's cooking.
That happens to us.
Exactly. Exactamundo. It happens to us, not for us. But this time it happened for us, and it's been happening for us in these past two games.
And again, like, I know I was just a salty bitch a second ago, talking about how I don't love that there were happy, rambunctious Bulls fans in these home games in these last couple of games, just because I'm still looking at the bigger picture because I am sick and I can't help myself. But speaking on what Coby White did tonight, we heard a Kobe chant break out.
Oh my God!
In the United Center.
Wasn't that wild?
And I, even as a just shriveled up heart, salty, angry Bulls fan, I grinched my heart when that happened. It grew a few sizes.
Grinched
because
my heart.
It honestly reminded me like what this fan base is. And they will get behind players who are playing their asses off and doing it well, and clearly, like Kobe was showing some of that emotion tonight, doing it because they care. And they care for the right reasons. And Bulls fans will always support players who play like that. And it was the first time I've heard Bulls fans in that building chant positively for a player like that in a long damn time.
It's fair.
And I loved it.
More so
I really did love it.
More so than the last chant we heard. We were there for a season tournament.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was drinking. Who knows?
Maybe I was just crazy. It wasn't a chant because no one joined with me.
But there was a guy encouraging you to continue those chants up. But you're right, Matt. Oh my God. Like, it was shocking. Honestly. Like, and I don't mean that negatively, but it was just like, oh my God. They're chanting his name. And they were so excited to do so. Listen, Bulls fans are looking for heroes. Okay? They are looking for them. Who wants to be here? Who wants to love us back? We love you. Who wants to love us back? That's all they're looking for. And Coby White has shown you in these past few games, not even 2 games, these past few games that I want to be the one that you guys love. So show me some, because I'm going to show you some. Not just the threes, like I told you, the taking of the charges, the diving on the floor, the throwing of the alley-oops, all of those things. He's letting you know that he is the man. Before the game started, Matt, and I wanted you, and I'm mad at myself I didn't point this out to you, but before the game started, when everybody was coming on the court, the guy going around hugging everyone was Coby White. When they were on the floor with the starting 5, Coby White was hugging Vooch and talking to him. Then he went straight to DeMar and hugged him and talked to him. I hadn't seen that all season long, man. Like, he just grabbing them. And when you watch the replay, because he's insane like me, when you watch the replay of this game, pay attention to that. Look at that. That's called camaraderie. I'm not going to say the other word. It's called camaraderie. That is what that is, guys being on the same page with one another and being like, I'm happy you're here. Let's go win a basketball game. Coby White out here setting a positive tone. Same way Lonzo Ball set a positive tone. That's the last time I was seeing them hug each other. Was Lonzo Ball. It was tons of hugs going on then. Coby White was out here setting that tone before the game and during the game and after the game.
Also worth noting that he continued to take on that role of everybody get on my back, I got this, after Caruso left this game.
Oh, great point. That is a great-ass point. That is so true, because he is the one Bulls fans has fallen in love with. It's Alex Caruso. When he went out, you didn't miss a beat. Because who's the guy that's been under Caruso? It's been Coby White studying him. How you think he learned how to take these charges? He didn't understand they would be so painful, but he's learning how to take these charges out here, and it's Alex Caruso who's teaching him, man. You're seeing these vets who are teaching these young guys actually this learning come to fruition, like DeMar teaching Pat. Like Coby being taught by Caruso. Coby and Ayo is the bottom line. Being taught by these guys. Even Torrey Craig, you know what I'm saying? Showing Patrick Williams how he should respond and play out here. That kind of stuff means something. It makes me long for Sanogo, to be real with you. Because I'm like, if he's thinking that, well, then he's listening to Drummond and he's listening to Vooch. And these are the guys that he's going to be looking at and listening to. Even Bateem. It makes me long for these kind of guys out here. Even my man Dalen Terry. Yes, I still believe a little bit in my man Dalen Terry. But I'm not going to ruin what's going on tonight. I'm not going to get in this argument. I'm just happy with what just happened, man. So shout out to the Bulls for getting this win.
That's 2. The Bulls now have a few days off. Their next game is not until Wednesday, because we got some of these quarterfinal in-season tourney games happening in the next few days.
Yeah.
They play Wednesday the 6th. So we will see on Wednesday if they can turn this into a 3-game winning streak.
That's it.
In the meantime, we are off tomorrow. We will be back Monday with a fresh episode, 5:30 Central Time.
Shout out local Bulls fans.
Then
People in the shoe game.
Appreciate all of you for hanging out with us on a Saturday night in the comments live on YouTube. Hit that thumb if you haven't done it yet. Now's your last chance.
Last chance.
Just kidding. You can come back and watch it again and then hit it then later.
Oh,
but also, make sure you
right.
subscribe to CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you read Will's thoughts on tonight's game, allchgo.com. He is at Will_Gottlieb, Big Dave Bow, BAWL Sports, Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Our pal producer, who is a college football junkie,
On the road to 2K.
Joey Spathis,
Joey 2K.
son of George and Lisa.
Oh, shout out George and Lisa.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Bulls Nation. We appreciate you. We love you so much. We will talk to you on Monday. 2 in a row! See Red be good.
Shout out Joey Spath for bringing me the charger. Peace and love.
We all silly like the mayor.